The home buying process can not only be time consuming, but also very overwhelming, especially for first-time homebuyers. But our next guests, Sylvia Alvarez and Anthony Jones, are here to talk about an event that can help demystify buying a home, and also Mickey and Minnie. Now, we know Mickey and Minnie, we know where they live. They live over to our east at Walt Disney World. They've already got homes, but this really is an overwhelming process, and you've made an event for all of the Tampa Bay area to help out.
Exactly. And the event will feature housing counselors, realtors, builders, lenders, and most important, down payment assistance programs that people will be able to come and learn about and find out if they qualify, if they're eligible. And some of these programs could actually give them more than $20,000 that they could use to purchase their home. So it's very important that if they're thinking of buying a home, they need to be there.
And Anthony, say that people are watching out there and they've never bought a home and they don't realize how many different facets go into the process. Who do you think would benefit the most from coming to an event like this?
I think a person who hasn't been through the process, who hasn't been through it recently. I remember when I bought my first home, I just sort of went somewhere and I was sort of blindly led through things. I could have made much better choices had I known some of the things that you'll learn at the fair. It's very important that you know the roles that people have and how they can help you. So first-time home buyers, students, people moving into the area, people who haven't bought a home in the last 10 years. The whole world has changed in the last 10 years.
And Sylvia, one of the things that I thought was interesting that you said before we got started was the people that you can talk with they don't have an interest as far as a financial interest. They're really there to try to help. Why is that so important?
Well, it's very important because if you go to a particular realtor or a lender without the guidance of a housing counselor, they're going to push you into their programs. When you work with a housing counselor, a HUD-approved housing counselor, you are really working with people who do not have a monetary interest in pushing you one way or another. Our goal is to make sure that that person, that family, gets the best programs that they qualify for and to help walk them through the whole process so that they're not put in at any risk.
And one of the big things, you know, from buying a house is the mortgage, looking at your credit score, getting the best foot forward for when you go to apply for that mortgage. Are you able to help people with that? Because that is such a huge thing.
Absolutely. That's a huge thing throughout life, whether you're buying a car, buying a house, or not even for job applications, it's a huge thing. So it's really important that people know their credit score and know how to manage it and know how to fix it. And it is not overwhelming. It seems frightening, but it really is a fairly simple process to get your credit score in alignment. And we help with that. And there's no charge. So
that's key. That is definitely key. And you talked about being able to qualify for some programs that people might not know are out there. Kind of give us an idea. I mean, I think you threw $20,000 out there. Right. That's a big number.
If someone's buying in the city of Tampa, they can get, if they're eligible, up to $15,000 in down payment assistance, and then you can couple that with a Florida bond, which is another $7,500. So that's just in the Tampa area alone, but other surrounding municipalities all have their own programs.
And I think we also need to talk about the vendors. I'm sure vendors were really excited to get to be a part of this and meet the people out there who are shopping for a home.
Absolutely.
Were you surprised at the turnout?
We were surprised and at first a little bit overwhelmed and decided we needed to have some process to vet people. So these are people who've worked with the agencies that are there before that we kind of know and trust and understand. And they aren't really there to sell so much as to give you information. We kind of made that clear to them. This is really giving people information, because what housing counselors try to do is give you enough information that you go out and shop and get the best deal for you that fits your situation.
And we were talking also before that this is the first time Tampa Bay has had an event. Now, you've done individual counties before. Why make the switch from individual counties to being able to incorporate Tampa Bay in its entirety?
Well, I think it's more efficient, actually, because, you know, if you want to purchase in Tampa or Hillsborough County or maybe Pasco, so there you can get all the information on all of the counties. It's really, really important. And, you know, we're really lucky that this event is actually sponsored by Deutsche Bank, and very, very happy that they have taken this on. So
it's also important that people have choices, because you may want to live somewhere on the east side of Gandy Bridge or the west side of Gandy Bridge, and so getting to know what's in Hillsborough and what's in Pinellas at the same time.
Getting the help. And I also didn't even bring up to the Mickey and Minnie examples of door prizes. So not only is this place for great information, you also can walk away with some wonderful prizes as well. Thank you so much. And again, we appreciate you guys coming in to talk about this very important event.
Thank you.
There are the details on your screen. As always, you can visit our website too for more information.